Hey folks, I'm recording this video on the eve of Thanksgiving with a million different hosting tasks on my to-do list, but I do want to take a break from that and make sure I check in with you as we launch this new module. So this is the week 14 module. We have this one, the week 15 module, and then the finals week module, and that's it. So yeah. And I'm really glad that the campus closures for air quality didn't significantly affect this class, at least our schedule, but I will talk about some ways it may have affected us in a little bit. But in this video, I want to talk about three things. So I want to talk about the assignments that you have in this module, the projects that you're working on. I want to talk about one thing that I did to the week 13 assignments, the previous assignments, and then I also want to briefly mention the faculty strike because I'm sure that is something on all of your minds. So let's start with the week 14 assignments and the week 14 module. So you are still working on your progressive writing assignment. It's an assignment that you're doing over 3 weeks, which will count as your final writing assignment in this class. And that's the letter to the editor assignment. So last week in your conversation with your partner, your brainstorm and your conversation, you came up with some ideas, some persuasive claims to focus on for your letter to the editor. Hopefully you've kind of narrowed those down to one and you are ready to write that letter because that's what you'll be doing this week. And so there are instructions in the module about how to do that, a variety of different resources to help you out. And then you're going to write a very concise letter to the editor in a discussion board and post it in a discussion board this week. You are not going to do any peer responses this week. You are just focusing on posting that letter to the editor in the discussion board, and then we'll do those peer responses next week. Also, you have no Revel assignments this week. There is a section of Revel that is important to read before you start writing your letter to the editor, but you don't have any quizzes or any shared writing activities in Revel this week. But then you do have a survey in Canvas. So that's what's going on with this week's assignments. One important thing to note is that the due date for these assignments is different than it has been any other time in the semester. The due dates for these assignments is Monday at 11:59. So Monday, November, let me check my calendar here, 26th at 11:59. And I'm going to talk about why that is in a few minutes. All right, another thing I do want to mention has to do with the week 13 assignments, the previous week's assignments. Now I know because we're an online class, our class itself, our class schedule wasn't affected by the air quality. But I was thinking, and I do know that some of my students in my hybrid classes, and I'm assuming some students in this class, heavily rely on the campus computer labs to be able to successfully complete their assignments. And so if that applies to you, I was really thinking about that over the last couple days. And so what I did is I went into the week 13 Revel assignments, the week 13 survey, and the week 13 the conversation journal. And I extended the availability of those assignments until Monday, November 26th. And I chose Monday, November 26th because that's the next day that campus will be open. And so I wanted to give you an opportunity, if you have been impacted by the lack of access to the computer labs, I wanted to give you an opportunity to use them. Of course, right now, my dog decides to choose the noisiest toy possible to play with. Oh well, life is life, right? All right, so yes. So if you need that extension, you absolutely can have it. So again, the week 13 assignments, you can complete them until right before till 11:59 on Monday the 26th, which is when the week 14 assignments are also due. So there you go. But why are the week 14 assignments due on Monday the 26th at 11:59? That's because I am participating in the faculty strike. I was really hoping we could avoid this, folks. I was really hoping that we could all just, be reasonable and come to a mutually beneficial solution, but we haven't been able to. I've told this to my face-to-face students. I am not a militant person. I am so much a glass half full kind of person and a mediator and a person who enjoys finding common ground. And it is very clear to me that that is not happening in these negotiations. And I am thoroughly disappointed by a few decisions that the district has made that are at best unethical and at worst illegal. And, you know, we can chat about that privately if you want to. That's perfectly fine. This is not the place for that. But I only tell you this because if an introvert like me is going to choose to be out picketing, you know things are bad, right? You know things are bad. So you may think, oh, well, this is an online class, right? Like a strike shouldn't affect us. And it doesn't affect us in the sense, it does not affect us in the sense that we don't have a face-to-face class period to cancel. But I am still a part of this class. And so if I am not working at all on Tuesday and Wednesday of the upcoming week, so that's Tuesday the 27th and Wednesday the 28th, it does impact our class. And here are a few ways it impacts our class. So first thing, I am not collecting assignments on Tuesday or Wednesday, just like I'm not collecting them in my hybrid classes, face-to-face class periods. I'm not collecting them online. So that means you don't have until Wednesday to turn in your assignments because I'm on strike on Wednesday. You have until Monday. That's the last day before I go on strike. So that's thing number one. Thing number two, on Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, I won't be responding to any emails, scheduling any office hours, writing any letters of recommendation, doing any of those types of things. If you have a question for me during that time, please wait to send me that question until Thursday. The reason for that is, I know it's very tempting, and I have some colleagues that are worried about this. It's very tempting to just say, well, it's an online class, let's just push everything till Thursday. But if you're engaging in a strike, right? If you are making the choice to engage in a strike, then you really need to not just push the work from those 2 days till later, you need to not do it at all. So if you send me an email on Tuesday, I can't push it over to Thursday to respond to you. To me, that doesn't feel like that is in the spirit of the action. And if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this 100%. If I do anything, I do it 100%. All right, and then how else? Oh, and then another thing that happens, I don't know if you've realized this or not, but the day that I prep your upcoming modules is Tuesday and Wednesday. So I won't be able to prep those modules on Tuesday or Wednesday, so I will need Thursday and Friday to prep those. So your upcoming module will be a couple days late as well. So this doesn't impact you nearly as much as it does my face-to-face students. They're going through some like serious schedule and assignment changes, but there is an impact because there is an impact when we don't support our faculty. This is just a 2-day impact, so it's minor in comparison, but it's just a good reminder, I guess, for everyone at the college of how intertwined our relationships are and how important it is to support each other and treat each other with respect. So that's my piece right there. Again, if you have any questions, further questions about the strike, my reasons for participating in it, where I will be picketing and when, please contact me through a personal means of communication. I believe I sent out my Twitter account. It's easy to tweet or DM or just follow me because I'll post information there. Yep, I appreciate your support. I know this is a weird time for everyone with the campus closures for air quality, and then the strike is just, it's all very weird. It's all uncharted territory. And if we can just be kind to each other and empathetic and supportive, we will get through this just fine. Okay, I hope you have a great holiday with your family. I've got people arriving in like 3 hours. So I'm gonna go do some finishing touches. Okay, all right, take care of yourselves, spend time with your loved ones, eat some amazing things, and I'll check in with you later.